Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. It's
You
rolling.
have to press
I am
play. What are you doing? The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. And the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown.
You're gonna say fear of men.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Neverland Book Club. Today we're discussing Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. This is a psycho-horror, thriller, haunted house, spooky story you should definitely read at night. I'm quite easily frightened. The smallest unexpected noise can make me jump, but I was also born on Halloween and must stay true to my spooky roots.
You'll float too.
Thus, horror is my favorite genre, as you can see by all of the keys. And it just so happened that Kill Creek was published on Halloween of 2017. Happy birthday to me! Here's 420 pages of This Is Why I Need a Nightlight in my 20s. Now, I am a Stephen King diehard, and any other book that calls itself horror or suspense that doesn't have that giant king printed on the cover, I do judge by its cover. And of course, I've read other authors and genres, but Scott Thomas I had never heard of. I stumbled across his debut novel during a quick Kindle browse. I was about to go on a long car ride and needed something to distract me. Most Kindle reads range between $9 to $15, but this one was only $5 when I purchased it. Right now it's about $10.69 for the Kindle version. So I one-click bought it and began diving into that comfy reading mind palace, and before I knew it, I had found one of the scariest books I've ever read so far, including all of my Stephen King journeys. I know, shocking. Now without further delay, let's get into the book itself, and of course there are some spoilers ahead, and I'll try to keep them to a minimum. I'm not too big on long summaries. If you want the story, read the book. But basically, 4 horror authors go to a haunted house and each become individually possessed by its contents. It's fun. This story is terrifying because it focuses on the power of suggestion, the power of manifestation, believing something into reality. Now, usually that is supposed to be used as a good thing, right? Fake it till you make it, project your dreams to the universe and they will reciprocate. But also be careful what you wish for. The house on Kill Creek was never initially haunted by some catastrophic or traumatizing event that consecrated the earth beneath to forever loop the tragedies in which it saw. No. It became haunted by the sheer belief that it was haunted. A vessel of power driven by willing suspension of disbelief. After a tragedy did take place at the house between 2 lovers, the rumors of its haunting became famous to the townsfolk. This manifestation and simple word of mouth lured the attention of 2 twin sisters, the Finch sisters, who we find out later are attracted to the wicked, cut to Elphaba. The sisters bought and inhabited the house until their death, and afterward, because spooky ghosts. Another reason to believe the tall tales. Those 2 sisters, I would say, are the least character-driven in the entire book. That was the one thing I felt was a bit lacking. Every other character had great detail, development, establishment, backstory, their own voice, but the Finch sisters were impersonal, almost unreal. Just a fairy tale, with only one reference to their backstory towards the end of the book establishing their witchy nature. The 4 authors, Sam, T.C. Moore, Daniel, and Sebastian, all develop independently of one another, as well as together as a whole towards the end of the book. Thomas does a great job specifically with Daniel Slaughter. His character is strongly identifiable from his first impression with the rest of the authors. His Christian beliefs are what make him stand out from his counterparts. However, as the story progresses, spoiler alert, he becomes the monster itself. And that's exactly what makes the story so terrifying. The monster is the simple possibility that anyone you know, or you yourself, can be manipulated by a force that's unknown to you. Like your cat. I think the house took such a liking to Daniel because of his strong history of belief. The house thrives on faith and breaks down its walls, literally, to Daniel alone, because of his ability to use faith as a driving force for action. The house is like Tinker Bell or Santa Claus. It needs people to believe in it to survive, which is why it feeds on storytellers. It needs someone to tell its story to keep it alive. With the house, the Finch sisters saw an opportunity to harvest this potential energy and use it to their advantage even after their deaths. When the Finch sisters found their own writer to elongate the life of the house's tale, he foreshadows evil winning at the end, which is exactly what happens, with a twist. Another notable quote from chapter 8 reads, "Sometimes stories have too much power. They change who people think they are. The entire story revolves around the power of perception and how one can wield that perception in their favor or against others. As Sebastian Cole mentions, It doesn't matter if a rumor is true or false, as long as people believe them. Paraphrased. While reading this novel, I felt called back to other similar stories, and thought, why hasn't this been turned into a Netflix or Hulu original yet? It certainly has the potential for a solid 10 episodes. All in all, I give Kill Creek 5 out of... What? All in all, I give Kill Creek 5 out of 5 Langoliers. That's my rating system, because that's the best short story I've ever read. The ending is open to just enough interpretation, not too much, not too little. The sisters' origins, reasons for inhabiting the house, their previously believed demise, as well as the survivors of the novel itself. It's all open-ended, which is deliciously frustrating. The whole point of reading the book is to experience the story, so go get yourself a copy of this novel by Scott Thomas and tell him I sent you to the Kill Creek house. Maybe don't actually, it's probably dangerous. Don't go there. Just read about it from the safety of your bed, like I did. It's linked below, of course, if you want to check it out. Like I said, the Kindle version is only $10.69 right now. When I bought it, it was $5. Okay, good night! Bye-bye. Make sure to like this video if you liked it. Comment below if you think I missed anything about the book, if you plan on reading Kill Creek, or with any other reading suggestions you would like to see me review next. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and the bell thingy, and you'll be notified when I post a new video, whenever that may be. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Don't drink this. Okay. Goodbye.
Make the camera shake.
Jellyfish are gonna come follow me.